Well, hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of December 2024, right through the end of January 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just before I start, I want to make you aware that in this deck, there is one rogue card. It's meant to be there. It's different from all the other ones. Not everybody gets this card. It doesn't pop out often. But I want you to know that it's meant to be there and it's not there by mistake, okay? So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know regarding their career and money situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Please show them the way for the next 6 weeks regarding their money and their career options and their personal circumstances. What do they need to be aware of regarding career and money? Okay, so your first card there, we have the Candle. So this is about you taking action and looking at your progress and being more ambitious. I feel an energy here of you, of course, manifesting more money, and you're working really hard. I feel like some of you may even be burning the candle at both ends there, but I feel, you know, this is more about you being passionate about what it is that you do, and you're aiming high. That's what I'm picking up on with this energy straight away. Now, I do see that a lot of you are tired. I feel this energy in my arms, like, oh, you know, so I feel like you have a lot of commitments right now. I feel that you're running at capacity and you're doing everything you can to close out the year. I feel like you're in need of a bit of a rest is what I see there, but I feel, yeah, strategy. So you're in the planning stages of thinking about what comes next. Where do you take your career to next? And I feel that, you know, there is strong leadership energy about you. So if you run your own business right now, I feel like you're doing a great job. I feel things are going to go from strength to strength, and you've got a plan. You're sticking to that plan. And if you work for a company, I definitely see some of you could be having some big conversations about the next steps in your career, whether that's with your boss or, you know, with your family. For some of you, could be like, you know, really brainstorming your next steps, or, you know, running things through with the people that you care about and saying, okay, I really intend to do this in 2025. And I feel like you're going to reach that target and you're going to be super proud of yourself there as well. Now, I am getting an energy that some of you are thinking about promoting something, promoting your work or allowing yourself to be seen. Look at that. We've got Wheel of Fortune as your first card there. So I definitely see a lot of you are changing fortunes. Some of you may be changing lanes, or even, I don't see like course correction energy, but you may be curious about alternative ways of working. Okay, very interesting energy. Yeah, there's something here you're going to celebrate. There is a nice surprise here. You've got 3 surprise cards and a celebration energy. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means suddenly something takes a turn for the better. You've got the 6 of Pentacles, which means an unexpected resource from the universe. So it could be an unexpected bonus or an unexpected position comes through. And you've got the 3 of Cups, which means you will celebrate something in the next 6 weeks regarding your career or finances. But let me just get your final cards before we really tap in. But looking so far, it looks pretty good. I mean, I do see a lot of you are carrying a heavy load. And what I mean by that is you may be noticing that people do not work as hard as you do, okay? Whether that's in an office or wherever it is that you work, whatever industry you're in, even if you're an entrepreneur, it feels like no one works harder than you do at what you do. And you may be looking at the fair exchange of how hard you work and how much money is coming in. And you may be reevaluating the effort that you put in. I feel like you bring your 100%, you bring your A game, but I also feel this energy of strategy, working smarter, not harder. So you could be changing your hours to get up earlier, utilize that incredible energy that you have when you've recharged your batteries, because I feel a lot of you are exhausted. And it's like, can you get ahead of yourself? I see a lot of you trying to recalibrate the way that you work so that you can have a little bit more time off to kind of like do other pursuits or just relax, okay, and spend good time with good people. We got an Eight of Wands, which is incredible energy, and we've got a Queen of Wands, leading with passions, being creative. So let's start with your first card. Now, I want you to be aware, because some of you may have come to this reading and you may be currently looking for a job. So if you're currently out of work and you're looking for a new role, and for some of you, you've been waiting a long time and you've been getting a little bit nervous that perhaps nothing's coming your way, but I actually do see an opportunity that you'll connect to. I mean, these cards highlight that there is a job on the horizon for you. We've got the ring, which means contract, a commitment. We've also got the Six of Pentacles, which indicates a fair amount of money for the role at hand. And the Two of Cups, again, is like an offer, an agreement, an opportunity to do something that you love. So it could be that you partner up in business with a company or a brand or something that, you know, you have wanted for a long time. You will seal a deal. But I feel, because it's in the resistance position, this is something that perhaps you will step into in 2025, the beginning, because this reading is for the next 6 weeks. So I feel, you know, early January 2025, there is a role on offer for you and you will celebrate this. And it's a really great move in your industry or whatever it is that you do. And I feel this is going to really invigorate you and also put a spark in your step. You know, I really feel this energy here of you being excited about this new role that comes in. And it really is a great position because Queen of Wands energy, it kind of represents like a promotional energy. So it can be that, you know, you are staircasing the ladder. It could indicate that, you know, you either are the power behind the throne, as it were, or it could be that you are doing something that is very influential when it comes to collaborating with other people. It's like you stand out from the crowd, or you manage a team, for example. So please take it as it resonates. I feel it's a really great business move for you. And it opens new doors. And I feel it helps you network in your industry as well. And it will lead to bigger and better things as well. So it's something that is for the long term, but I also feel it in the future, like way in the future, will open up a door for you to do something really magnificent that you have always dreamed as your destination job, right? So that's coming through there for you. So if you're currently out of work, I do see that 2025 is going to be a better year for you. And I feel that, you know, contract or deal is coming in the very early stages of January 2025. Okay, now with a lot of respect, I'm going to disconnect from that energy and move straight on to the majority energy I have here as well. So we have the candle. So this indicates ambition. It indicates, you know, you really focusing on what it is you want with clarity. And it can indicate that you're still taking action, you know, that you're still busy. You still have some things on your to-do list. I see a lot of you actually returning to things that have been left unfinished. So it could be things that you haven't been prioritizing. It's almost like as you start to downsize or close out the year, I feel this energy of you just, you know, revisiting projects that could do with a little bit of attention. For some of you, it could be like decluttering your desk, for example, or it could be that you're reorganizing things for next year. But I feel there's this energy here of you kind of like working away. It's got the word hustle there. It says ambition, taking action, hustle, manifesting money, management, high rank, visibility, and athletic. Okay, so this is about allowing yourself to be seen. So I feel like you really are leaving the year on a high. I feel that, you know, you are going to celebrate something in your career. I feel like you're recognized for some sort of award or victory or some sort of good news that is successful news, because you have a lot of celebratory cards here. And it's like even through difficult times, you kept that candle burning. You are still passionate about what you do, even though you're exhausted. Okay, I feel a lot of you have been running at capacity. You know, that Five of Swords can indicate you're under a lot of pressure. You have a lot on your to-do list. There's a lot of hustle bustle about you right now. It can be that you have a lot of things that you need to do for you personally, you know, like running errands and things like that, as well as maintaining your position in your job. But the Five of Swords can indicate as well that you're doing a lot of creative brainstorming over the next coming weeks in order to project for 2025. You're strategizing. So if you're an entrepreneur, it could be you trying to think of new things that excite you and also your client base. It could be that you're branching out, you know, seeing what works. This is a very explorative card. Swords are all about the mind. So it can indicate that you're looking at what works and what doesn't work. So as you can see, this figure is keeping those three swords and deciding that the rest of the swords, they're good ideas, but maybe not for now. Maybe they are something that you'll keep on the back burner, or something you feel that won't suit your client base at this time. Now, if you work in a company, it could be that you're just sorting through stuff, decluttering, organizing things. There's like an unwinding energy here. But also, I feel this is about honoring people's differences, okay, in the working environment. It can be that, you know, you've been working with some very difficult characters or difficult energy this year, and you're just trying to let bygones be bygones and just be like, you know what, I just need to get through to have a break. So I feel a lot of you could be like disconnecting. I mean, there is an energy here of dealing with someone who likes to win at all costs, or, you know, likes to push your buttons. So this could be like, as you wind down the year, if you're spending time with family and friends, it could be that, you know, people start to talk about money or your career or your job, and you're just like, you know what, I actually just want to disconnect. And it could be that someone pushes, you know, a situation or a conversation that you're feeling a little bit like, just shut up already. I really get this energy of like, not criticism, you know, but I feel there could be a conversation where you have to just like breathe. Okay, that's what I'm feeling here. Now, this could be from your boss, or it could be from a client, or it could be from family and friends. It's almost like you want to shut off and kind of like not talk about something that occurred in your career that perhaps you feel didn't go so well. And it may be someone tries to push your buttons and try to bring it up as a topic of conversation. So I'm just going to give you an example. This may not be it, but please apply it to your situation. So for example, if, you know, you go to work drinks with your company and someone mentions that deal that fell through earlier in the year or didn't go the way you'd hoped for, they could be talking about that and you're like, oh, just let it go. We got over it. We've moved past it. I don't want to talk about this, because it raises a certain anxiety that what if this could happen again? But I want you to be aware it will not happen again. Okay, so if there's something that disappointed you in the last year regarding your career, I feel if there was a setback or something, this is not going to happen in 2025, okay? I feel things get better for you infinitely in 2025. Even though, you know, economically things are a little bit strained right now and you may not feel like that, I do see you riding high in the year of 2025. But there may be someone who wants to talk about it, talk about that thing, you know, and you're like, just leave that thing. So I feel some of you may have to just like go, okay, they're always like this. I'm just gonna like distance, because I feel this energy of you stepping away from something, okay? Now, what else am I getting with this Five of Swords? Now, Five of Swords can indicate as well that you have a lot on your mind, okay? You've got a lot going on right now, and I feel like you may be looking at what works, what doesn't work. Fives tend to be about conflict, okay, or drama. So it could be that, you know, there is an energy here of looking back at the year and feeling like certain things didn't go your way, but there's a lot of things to be positive about. When you're changing lanes or changing fortunes, it's a lot, and it can feel like a lot of pressure, okay? So I want you to be extra compassionate with yourself. You're doing everything that you can with the resources that you've got, but I feel like there's a lucky surprise here. Something here is like coming towards you that's going to be very exciting indeed. So I feel for some of you, it could be a promotion, could be, you know, an opportunity that means you change your circumstances. With the Eight of Wands, for some of you, it could be a job or role that's overseas, or you have to travel outside your usual parameters too. And it can make you feel a little bit nervous, because change, you know, it makes us all feel a little bit anxious. However, change is really good. You're being flexible there. So with that Five of Swords, I feel like you have a lot to think about. Swords are all about the mind. They're about your thoughts, about how you communicate yourself to others. So it could be that some of you are looking at, transforming the way you talk to people in order to express yourself more clearly about your needs in a healthy way so that they are met in the working environment. Some of you may want to upskill, or you may want to discuss utilizing your skill set. You may feel that right now you've hit a plateau where people are not really, fulfilling your needs, or you feel that you're not able to utilize your skill set as effectively in your working environment. You may feel that, you've only utilize half your skill set, and you want to show more of yourself and what you're capable of in the role that you're in. So you may actually have a conversation, and it may be difficult because the Five of Swords can be like a challenging conversation, but I feel you have that conversation and it goes better than you expect. Okay. For some of you, if you are a business person, you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you have to have a difficult conversation with your financial advisor, for example. And what I mean difficult is you may be preempting that you're about to invest in some sort of entrepreneurship opportunity, and you're really excited about it, but you're not sure if, your financial advisor will give you a loan for that, for example. I don't know how business really works. I'm not a big business person, but you hear of all these millionaires and billionaires. They go and get investment from financial institutions or investors, and they then utilize that to create the business plan. And then the investors or the financial institution, they get, money back, and they get their money back as well. It's like they get extra interests and things like that. So some of you, if you're at that level, when it comes to your business opportunities, it could be that you are thinking about diversifying, doing something different, and you may feel there's a difficult conversation that needs to be had, but it goes way better than you thought, because the Wheel of Fortune is fortune. It is, good luck. It is transformation in a really positive way. But for everybody else who's not dealing with millions, I feel this is, you transforming your finances and, a lucky break happening for you, but also a nice surprise from the universe. So this could be, as I said, a promotion, that suddenly you're thrust into a new role that you're really excited about, very enthusiastic about, but then suddenly you start to doubt. That Five of Swords can indicate that there is an energy of imposter syndrome. You may feel that, you've got the credentials, you know what you're doing, but then you start to get anxious, can I perform? I'm stepping into this role. Everyone has expectations, and am I going to be able to do it? The answer is absolutely yes. We've got a Three of Cups here. We've got the Eight of Wands, and we've also got the Queen of Wands, which means you are really talented and gifted at what you are doing. You actually already know that you're going to be great at it. Sometimes just doubt comes to try and tear us down, but you're trying to quieten that inner critic. And that Eight of Wands indicates you're going far in your industry. You're taking it to the top. You're on target. You're on track. And I really feel that this Wheel of Fortune, it can indicate that, you are about to have a major break in your career, and it's going to be a very auspicious one. Now, for some of you, you could be launching something. Okay, something new as you close out the year into 2025 there. I feel this is something that perhaps you've had on the back burner for a while. You may have been working on it for some time, and I feel people are going to love it. They're going to receive it really well. I feel it's going to go better than you thought as well. And actually, this is an energy where if you are on social media, for example, and you launch something, it could go viral during this time, because this is a very fast energy. Eight of Wands is quick. Everyone look at this. And we've got that Queen of Wands, which means you're magnetic. Everybody wants to see you, or whatever it is that you do, whatever your product, goods, or services are. And of course, the Three of Cups indicates you'll literally be the toast of the town. I wanted to say the toast of the ton. Weird. Okay, I think that's, isn't that that program? Bridgerton, yeah, that program, Bridgerton, very famous program there. So for some of you, you could be a performer. Perhaps, I don't know if they're doing another season, or I don't really know much about the show other than, it's quite amusing. But and the acting, of course, is incredible. So if you are someone who is involved in that production, I mean, congratulations, it's incredible. But also some of you, if you are a performer, it could be that if they are doing another season, which I'll probably have to check out anyway, that you could be involved in it, whether in front of the camera or behind the scenes. So that's coming out there, because weird that I wanted to say that. I'll always be very intuitive. If there's something I wanted to say instead of the thing I was about to say, there's normally a reason, okay? Some of you may actually be going to some sort of fancy work event that is themed on that as well, because it came through. So I'm going to disconnect from that energy. We have financial commitments. So I feel a lot of you, if you've got a bonus during this period, I feel that, you are going to focus on bringing down any debt or repayment plans. It's a nice little package there. If you have not received a bonus just yet, I feel there is some sort of incentive coming in for you. It could be a New Year thing, is what I'm seeing there. But ultimately, the majority I see for you is that I get this sense of like an opportunity coming in that brings in more money. So it could be a new position. I also feel like this is about your long-term investments and who you partner up with. Do your beliefs and morals align with the company that you are working with, or whatever it is that you're doing? Is there a client who's very lucrative, but you feel that they do not align with your set of beliefs? Are you going to have a conversation with that person about it? Are you going to disconnect from that person because you want to value your needs? I feel more than anything, 2025 is all about value for you. And it says here, partnership, working together, fulfilling career, financial commitments, long-term investment. So a lot of you, I see you strategizing new ways of working, launching new things if you're an entrepreneur, bringing in more wealth. I feel it's going to be a faster pace as you move into January for you. It's going to be quick, and you're going to be really busy, but in the most exciting of ways. You're also going to magnetize opportunity and money towards you, as well as creative alliances. There's a lot of partnership energy here for you. So this could be that you are partnering up with some sort of deal, partnership program, or a company or a brand, something or someone that you've always wanted to work with. Some of you may even think about setting up a partnership with someone that you really trust. Could be a business partnership there. For some of you, not all of you, I feel a sense of you kind of bringing someone on board. So if you are someone who perhaps is in a partnership, you could hire in January, is what I see there, a new person joining the team, because I'm seeing you going from 2 to 3. Now, it doesn't mean that you're in a 2 partnership and now you're going to a 3. It can indicate that you're increasing your working environment. That's what I'm seeing there. So if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you outsource some of your work to like an accountant or to a PA or other people to do what you do, so you can be more creative and more hands-on in your particular industry. Or it could indicate that you are hiring at the beginning of the year and it takes the workload off there. So I feel that's very excited. I feel things are expanding and increasing for you if you are an entrepreneur or you run your own business. And if you work for a company, I feel there could be a new role on hand here, and I see you being celebrated. I actually see some really good news and recognition here for you. Now, 6 of Pentacles, it is in the resistance position, so a lot of you are thinking about how unfair it is that you work really hard, and you may feel that the money has not been what you were hoping for. So I feel like you readdress that balance. Now, this could be that you stay where you're at and you have an appraisal with someone in your company and open yourself up to growing in the company and opening yourself up to more opportunity, but also more money there, because anything that's in the resistance position, it goes into the upright. So there is more money coming in. The universe is going to send you some sort of unexpected reward. So a lot of you, if you have not received a bonus, this is bonus time. Could be a small financial incentive or even an increase with inflation, which is nice. It's going to go a little bit further. But I get this energy more than anything that it's bonus time for some of you. And the 6 of Pentacles can also indicate if you are owed money on a personal level, this person will pay it back. They've made a commitment. If someone's asking to borrow money of you and you want it to be paid back, I would also say get a contract or something in writing with this person. It just feels like they pay it back really quickly. but it's always good to get it in writing, like an IOU, just to prove that they owe you the money. But the Six of Pentacles, when you apply it to a career reading, it can indicate that you are splitting your time on all the tasks and responsibilities that you need doing. I feel like you give some time to this project over here and then something to the other project over there. I feel like you're very productive during this time, and I feel like you have a lot on your plate there as well. Now, of course, this card represents financial stability. So if some of you are a little bit worried about your finances right now, you will overcome this. I feel the universe is paying attention to you and sending you a resource to help you with your circumstances. And some of you may actually meet a person who gives you some really great advice to help you in your financial endeavors, okay? I would say that some of you may even watch someone online about a financial strategy for generational wealth, but I would always say make sure that you get someone who is qualified to give you that advice before you actually take it, okay? So that's coming in there. And some of you may actually hire someone or have a meeting, book a meeting with a financial advisor over the next 6 weeks regarding your estate or regarding your finances and how to diversify or invest. Regarding your acquisitions, because I get an energy here of you kind of like contemplating a strategy that's financial in nature to build on your portfolio or build on whatever it is that you have available to you right now as well. Now, the Two of Cups in the resistance position, it can indicate some of you may actually leave a place that you once loved, but you feel financially it's not as rewarding as it used to be, or you just feel like there's more and more and more expected of you, but not any more money. So you may be taking yourself elsewhere. I feel that you will get some good news. I mean, Eight of Wands is also good news. Okay, and the Three of Cups indicates you will celebrate this. So if you're interviewing during this period, you know, think more about what you bring to the career, because I feel like you're very gifted and talented. Sometimes you may doubt yourself a little bit, but don't worry about what you do not have on your resume, because you're not drawing attention to your weaknesses. We all have them. I feel this is more about focusing on your strengths at this time, because the person interviewing you, they actually really like you and they want to give you the job, okay? They already see your resume. They see what you're capable of, and they want to hire you before you even enter the room. Now it's just a case of whether it's a good fit for the working environment. So just be your wonderful self, and you know, you're already knowledgeable. Of course, they're going to ask you questions about what it is that you do. And I feel it's more about, can you be a team member? So if you are working in a company or wanting to work in a company or looking to interview for a new role, it's more about how do you fit in, because they already love what your skill set has to offer, okay? Now, Two of Cups, for some of you, you may be trying to focus on your work, but you may be going through something personal behind the scenes. Some of you may be going through a divorce at this time or a separation, and it can put a lot of pressure on your mind. I see a lot of you trying to launch into work to keep your mind off your personal situation. Firstly, I want to send you a huge hug out there. If there's something personal going on behind the scenes that you're just trying to like deal with, but at the same time try and refocus your mind onto your career, because you don't want to dwell in that energy. It's almost like work becomes a bit of a release. I feel things, of course, they will get better. Things will improve for you, and I feel there is a person at your working environment that you can confide in, okay? Remember that you are a human being, not just a human doing, and that we all have a situation that can really give us extra pressure or make us feel extra sensitive in the working environment. I mean, many, many years ago, this is why someone's going through this. Not all of you may be going through this, but I'm picking up an energy of someone really like emotionally being very sensitive right now because of some sort of personal situation to do with a relationship. It doesn't have to be like a loving, like romantic connection. It could be, you know, someone in your family unit. Maybe there's conflict there, or you know, a friendship, because it feels like some of you are dealing with something that is a little bit difficult. Many years ago, when I was in a working environment and I was in a relationship, we were breaking up, and it was just really turbulent, very toxic. It was just really, it was, you know, difficult. And, I would go to work myself and just try and launch myself into the work. And I'd be thinking about work. I would just be doing stuff. And then suddenly I would start to cry. And I'm like, what? Why am I crying? I'm actually just doing it just would come from nowhere. It wasn't even on my mind. But obviously the body is trying to process some things. So if you are suddenly feeling extra sensitive or emotional, don't berate yourself. You're a human being, not just a human doing. And there is someone in your working environment who you can confide in, even if it's a boss. Even if you're struggling with something, go to that person that you feel an affinity with. And, sometimes a problem shared is a problem halved. It's not going to find a solution for it. That will work itself out in time when it's naturally meant to happen. But it can be that, you can express what you're going through and people can understand what it is you're going through. And, I feel that's important for someone out there. So I'm sending you a huge hug if that's you, okay? Things are going to get infinitely better for you. I want you to be aware of that. Now, for everyone else, there may be a little bit of a frisson in the working environment. I feel for some of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you work by yourself, there could be some sort of networking event. And if you're single and ready to mingle, I feel like you could actually meet a person who works in your industry. And I feel this could be a nice coming together. This person actually knows someone you know as well. So it feels like you're just extending your circle. And I feel you will explore this relationship. And it's going to be fireworks, let's put it that way. Very hot and heavy. But also I feel something long term. There's an attraction here, okay? So that's something that you could explore. If you're single, if you're not, of course, you're going to, well, looking at the energy, I feel like you're going to do the right thing. It kind of gives you a nice little perk up, shall we say. But I feel, you wouldn't take it further if you are already with someone else. Now, we do have chess as your outcome card. So this is a lot of you planning for 2025, the next steps of your career. And I feel the moves that you're making are really going to pay off for you. I feel a lot of you are going to get a lot of attention in your career. There is an energy of you magnetizing opportunities towards you, being in a position of authority and power. And I also feel here that you're going to be super creative and very wise when it comes to your financial strategy as well. There's more money available to you to save in 2025. And I feel like you're kind of like implementing stricter budgets in December into January for you. And it sort of sets you up as a foundation to build upon for the rest of the year. Now it says money strategy, wise spending, long game, military, leader, or thinking it through. Okay. So I feel, there is some opportunity being offered to you, which is a really good move, but you feel like you need to think this through before you take it. Feel like you're strategizing, you're thinking about the long game. Ultimately, you're going to do what is right for you. And I feel like you're going to celebrate partnering up because I see new contracts for you. Whether you're staying in the company that you work for and there's a new position like a promotion available, you'll sign a new contract, or whether it is that you take yourself elsewhere, because I see some of you leaving something that you once found really fulfilling, but you feel it's just not fair anymore, or you feel there's something that's changed and you are going to return to the good old days, but in a different environment. Now we do have that Three of Cups, which is all about celebration, but also it's about relief. The end of the year, I feel like you are letting your hair down. I feel this is about you going out, having fun, but also this is about community. And I feel a lot of you are like finding your soul tribe when it comes to your working environment. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, I would say this is a great time to go networking. I feel like you're going to meet a very important alliance in your industry, and I feel like you may even collaborate with this person later on in the year, but I feel this is something that shows some sort of camaraderie that you are like going through similar things when it comes to your industry. But also the Three of Cups, it indicates that whatever this surprise is from the universe, because remember the Six of Pentacles is an unexpected surprise, normally a financial resource, you're going to celebrate it. So there's some really great news here. But a lot of you, this could be that you are kicking back and relaxing for the festive period. If you celebrate or not, it can indicate that you're taking some time off. For some of you, not all of you, there is an energy of you working right through. So even though lots of people may be taking some time off, some of you may be working like a skeleton shift or coming in and out of your working environment, and it almost feels like it's nice that other people are not there. So it may give you more opportunity to really focus on things. And I feel like whoever is in over the period where people are taking holidays or a break, it feels like all of you kind of like have a nice little bond with each other, and you know, it just feels a little bit more kind of like relaxed. Okay, so it could be that people are bringing in like snacks or drinks, or you know, I just feel like there's just a little bit more camaraderie, teamwork as you close out the year. And then as we start to move into 2025, you have that inspiration, that passion, that drive, that ambition to take it to the top. The Eight of Wands is movement and improvement. It also indicates news rushing in with a lot of speed, coinciding with this Three of Cups. I would say it's good news. And Eight of Wands indicates, of course, you're going to be busy again in January, but it's really going to be exciting. This card can also indicate that you're establishing priorities at this time, and you're committing to changing the way that you work. And, you know, although things are speeding up, you don't want things to go too fast because you may miss something. I don't see that happening there. But some of you may be taking a vacation or traveling abroad during, you know, the cusp of December into January. But some of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, I get an energy of you strategizing a business move. It could be that you're thinking about international links, either getting your services out abroad, shipping, or you know, having global links there. Some of you may even be deciding to migrate your business to another country, and it may be something you've been thinking about for a long time, and it feels like a lot of pressure because you feel that perhaps, you know, it's a lot to do that. But I feel with this advice, as I said, some of you may have a difficult conversation with like a financial advisor or with a member of your team or something. And it may be that, you know, all the knowledge or the information is not readily available, and you need someone in a position of authority to kind of like walk you through the legalities of it or set it up for you. And then you start 2025 really pushing forward with migrating your business overseas. So some of you could be thinking about doing that at this time. But the Eight of Wands, you know, things really start to get exciting as you move into 2025. And I feel like you're sparking with new ideas. I feel this is a brilliant time for you to launch anything. And I feel, you know, a lot of people are going to be attracted to it, and it will bring in more money. A lot of you with that Six of Pentacles, you're thinking about second streams of income. Whether it's through real estate, passive income, whether it's through putting a course online where it ticks over in the background once you've completed it, it becomes passive income, or whether it is having a second stream of income, like a second job, seasonal work, or something temporary that just, you know, lines your pockets. It may be something that you just want to do for the finances, or to integrate yourself and network in an industry, learn more things so that you can diversify as you move throughout the year. Now, the Queen of Wands indicates that you are magnetic. You're in a position of power and authority. Okay, I feel like you're in a good position as you move into 2025. And this card is a card of being creative, but also collaborating, having really important connections in your working environment. So if you work for a company, it could be that, you know, someone new comes into the working arena, they're hired, and you really find that you get on really well with this person. For others, it could be that you're hiring someone who becomes a really important creative alliance, or it could be that you want to network and, you know, find more people who do what you do and like spark in terms of ideas off each other. But ultimately, this is about you leading with your passions in 2025, and I feel there is an inspirational energy about you after taking a rest, because the Eight of Wands can be to take a break, okay? And I feel a lot of you are exhausted. It's about spending time with your nearest and dearest, your soul tribe, having a good time, letting your hair down, and planning your strategy for how you're going to take 2025 by storm in your career and be really successful indeed, okay? Now I'm just going to go get some final cards for you. I am being given, some of you may need to change a password over the next coming weeks, okay? So it could be some sort of security test, or, you know, if you work for a company, it could be HR or IT sending like new logins, for example, or perhaps you may actually have to just change your password for something to do with your business. that's coming through. Movement, travel. I mean, I didn't really approach this energy, but some of you may actually want to be more nomadic in your career. So you may be setting up a creative endeavor that really takes off, and it allows you to be more free in the way that you work. So it could be that you're actually wanting to work on the go. We've got movement. Okay, and there's a big old train there, so definitely some sort of travel there, but it could also lend itself, as I said, to being more nomadic in your industry over the following year. It could be that you want to travel more to certain destinations, learn more about your craft, network, get more clients. So some of you may even want to be seconded to a different branch of the company that you work for. But it says here, travel for work or getting a new job is possible now, getting ahead. A lot of you may also be like brainstorming to get ahead of yourself in your industry. And I definitely see that that's going to lead to bigger and better things. And of course, we've got the New Horizons card. And it says here, your dreams are within your reach. So keep going. Fortune is on your side. Your first card there was the Fortune card, the Wheel of Fortune there. Okay. So very exciting. I feel the new year is a new start. Different energy and opportunities heading your way. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before I close. Oh, okay. My guides tell me when to stop and take the trinket or the rune there. So we have a button, which is the mushroom. Okay, now the mushroom, of course, represents a period of growth. It can indicate that some of you have been working in toxic environments and you're trying to correct the energy or walk away from something that really does not suit your energy or does not help you grow in your career. So you may be walking away from something that's toxic there. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you're trying to implement healthier working practices because you feel that you've not been giving yourself a healthy cutoff point. When you work for yourself, sometimes it's 24/7, so it can indicate that business is always on your mind, and it can feel like a lot of pressure. It can feel like you're on the treadmill and it's hard to get off that. So I feel you may be just transforming the way that you work. Mushrooms, they grow in the dark. So I feel you've been going through a period of growth in your career and it may have felt like a bit of a struggle, but there are brighter times ahead there for you. And also we've got the camel. So this is about being resourceful. This can also indicate traveling long distances, for example. I would say on a personal level, it could indicate a need to hydrate, especially if you work in an environment where there is aircon, okay? But I feel this is about you saving your energy for prioritizing what's important. It's about saving your mindset, protecting your inner peace. If anyone's trying to cause conflict or push your buttons, I feel like you're sort of reserving your judgment and, being a little bit aloof, okay, about the situation, distancing yourself. I think it's a myth that camels store water in their humps. I may be wrong. But I think it's a myth. But I am being given this energy of you being resourceful and saving, your finances as well, maybe for a large purchase there. But I just heard from my guides, you're going to go a long way. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. You're going to go a long way. So that was amazing that I heard that. Like, camels do actually cross deserts. So it can also indicate that whilst you may feel your industry is a little bit sparse right now, or there's not much growth in the economy, which of course is pretty true of many industries, I feel that you are, going to survive a very austere environment, that you are utilizing your skill set and, you are going to thrive and survive in difficult circumstances. And I feel things that are to come are so much better. So you're riding things through, okay? I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates for you, my beautiful Pisceans. Thank you so much, and love and light.